Hello and welcome to Scrapping on the Fly. My name is Kristen and I'm here with day 3 of the best of 30 days of sketches with Christy's Beautiful Life. And today's sketch is by Rochelle Spears for a sketch in Thyme. And there it is. Look at all those layers and layers of paper. Oh, makes me happy. And here is my picture. I'm going to turn this sketch on its side because I have a vertical picture and not a horizontal, which is in the sketch. And that is what I love about sketches. And I apologize for that glare. And it's going to get worse. I am so sorry. These Paper House Production clear stickers, I use these on day 1. And this page or layout is going to be facing that layout. And this is the final picture from the flat tire fiasco when we went to the beach in March/April. And I used the summer road trip on that layout. So I wanted to go ahead and do that again with all these 7 or 8 layers of papers. So I've got these picture and this sketch. So let's see how this goes. So I want to use scraps. If you've watched any of my videos this year, I'm using a scrap on every layout. It's my goal. I'm determined to get there. So far, so good. And I just go through this paper pad and pick multiple layers. Like I just kind of counted and there's like 7, let's see, 5 or 6, maybe 7 different layers. You all, I just finished this and I can't count. So I just really want to pull out a darker light with some different things. I don't want it to all be the same color pattern necessarily. I want it to all go well, which since it's all coming out the same paper pad should not be a problem. I did consider that cactus paper only because there was something sharp stuck in my tire, and that is why I had a flat. We had picked up a nail from, we think, the hotel we stayed at the night before. And impressively, we drove all the way the rest of the route and did not have a major horrid catastrophe because we were on the interstate going, 75, 80 miles an hour. I wasn't driving, you all. And my tire should have not survived all that. So we were very, very blessed. So this is my brother-in-law, my daughter, and my husband, and they are working together trying to get the tire fixed. So I have taken all these different layers and I tried to do light to dark or the blue to the light, like that yellowy color, just so they would all stand out on their own. And so I just layered them up. I started at the top and worked my way down. And I really think that that worked best for me because then I don't end up with wonky layers. And so you can see the sketch up there on the top. And of course, I'm doing it sideways. I guess I could have put it on here sideways. But now you can see it. You'll just have to tilt your head and see what I'm doing. So I'm just going around and using the same, I almost said stencil, not stencil, the same stamp that I used with Black Soot Distress Ink for day 1's layout. I wanted to have that same little stamp, and to me it just looks like a flat tire. And so I'm just using my little Post-it notes so that when I stamp off, it doesn't get onto anything. Not that it would matter. It's going on black ink or black paper, but I just figured it was better safe than sorry. And so I get that down and I pick these arrows. And there are some that I just cut when I had some scraps left over. I just cut them on my Cricut from little strips of scraps that I had that were only like an inch wide. And so I just made a bunch of arrows in a bunch of different colors, and I have really, really enjoyed having those to just grab. So I plan on doing that with a lot of my scraps once I get moved and get my Cricut back up and running. And so I just get all of those layers tacked down. And normally I would cut this out, but you all, this took me less than 30 minutes, and part of that was faffing about with a couple of different things and getting sidetracked, looking for alphas that I want to use. So this layout probably could have taken me about 20 minutes or less had I not fiddled around with all of that. So I figured I'd just leave it in because I'd run out of time to tell you what I'm doing. So I just used some Nuvo Deluxe adhesive to put that green arrow up there at the top. And then I put that yellow one down at the bottom as well. And there's not an arrow on the bottom on her sketch. She's got like a little ribbon and a little banner. And I don't do that because it wasn't going to fit with what I wanted to do. So I decided I would just do some other ways of embellishing the layout. So I pull this Sticko sticker and it matches the one that is on the facing page. And it just says, "Are we there yet?" Because I had two 12 and a 13-year-old boy in the back seat with the dog while we were waiting. And then, of course, everyone else is in the vehicle behind us waiting. And so it was an adventure, to say the very least. So I'm looking to see if there's anything else on here. And I do pull this little blue sticker that says, "What and I don't know what it's supposed to say. There's probably more on this layout. Yeah, I don't know. It's an interesting little phrase. But anyway, I decided I would use that with my title. And I also wanted to use these Paper House Productions clear stickers because I used some of them on my other layout, but they're more of a green color and that layout was more of a teal. And so I used them on here, but they're clear and all these papers are busy. So I matted them on that same off-white paper with the little compass on there, the Northern Star. And but I put it in the area where it was just the off-white yellowy color because I don't want all that pattern behind there, but I wanted you to be able to see like the globe and the two arrows. Excuse me. So I get those down, and those are not on her sketch either, and that's what I'm saying. I just decided to kind of go rogue at this point, but the layers, oh, the layers. I will use a sketch again because I love using all these different layers. And this is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, I think it's 5 different patterned papers on one layout. And I never have been a patterned paper kind of person because it makes me nervous to use like more than one. So I'd usually like mix pattern with solid and be done. But 5 pattern papers on one layout, oh, it makes me happy. So anyway, so I pull out these little silver alphas. Let's see, 50th anniversary by Miss Grossman's. They're probably super old. 1998. Okay. And I just put those down at the bottom. And so the title ends up being "What a Flat," and with an exclamation point. And I have this other sticker from the Paper House Productions, and it says, "Let's be adventurers." And I'm trying to decide if I want to put it up there. And in this video, I don't know how well you can see that. It is silver and it's a clear sticker. And I really do want the silver just flat on the black. And so I thought if I brought that up to the top corner, that silver would just cross from the top left to the bottom right where the title is. And so it does show in person. And I don't know if up close you'll be able to see it better because right there it just kind of looks like some weird little smears on the page. So, and there was a little piece attached to the bottom of it, and it was that same, compass star with the north, east, southwest on it. And so I cut that off, and I cut a little piece of it down here at the bottom, and I just put the little silver string, or it's not a string, but it's a little scribble. I put it to where it almost looks like it's attached to that exclamation point at the end of the word "flat." And then I decide I'm going to get out my Distress Mica Spray by Tim Holtz brushed pewter. And I just cover my picture and tap that out pretty much in the black spaces in the top right, top left, bottom right, and bottom left around where I have already put my title and the extra like bonus title, I guess. So here is the way the layout is supposed to be. And like I said, sketches in time. I love, like I said, this layout, and I believe I've done a couple of Rochelle Spears layouts before, and anything with layers makes me happy, and so this makes me super happy. So I hope you all enjoyed this crazy video. I plan to be here. See, look how well you can see that. Oh, good. I plan to be here every day with a new layout. And I love the sketches. They're exciting and they challenge me. And we'll be scrapbooking the beach the whole time, although it's not all obviously on the beach because that flat tire didn't happen on the beach. So I hope you all come back tomorrow for day 4. And it is actually not a beach picture. I'll have to explain another time. So anyway, I hope you all have a great day. I hope you will go down below and check out the playlist and have a fabulous weekend. Happy scrapping!